Hey, how's it going? My name's Brandon. Thanks for clicking on this video. So what I'm going to go over in this video is why your insurance Facebook ads didn't work in the past and the 3-step blueprint to making them work. So let's just dive straight into this. Most insurance companies and CEOs have told me in the past that they've tried to use Facebook ads to generate a high quality volume of traffic, leads and policy sales, but have failed miserably in the past. But that's alright, don't worry about it, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. After many calls for my own leads, I've actually figured out, and it comes down to 2 main reasons for this. So I'm going to dive into exactly why the ads have failed, and I'm also going to give you a blueprint to overcome this, how to generate a whole load of new policy sales directly for your insurance business. So why is it that your ads have failed in the past, and why is it this blueprint system actually works and can generate a whole load of hundreds of thousands of leads per month? So we've figured out that one of the main reasons they have failed is that the brand or the insurance company has got someone in-house with very little prior experience to just give it a go with a very small budget. Now the issue with this is that the person who was running these ads had absolutely no experience with the platform or very little experience with the platform. So they had a very small budget to try and give it a go, and 99.9% of the time they failed because they didn't actually understand how to use the platform. They didn't understand the core fundamentals behind advertising, and they didn't understand how to get your product in front of the right people at the right time. So the issue with that is that the money just gets spent on usually setting up the wrong campaigns, not allocating the budget correctly, not focusing exactly where the KPIs are, and just spending the budget and not getting any returns back. Probably generating a few website visitors, but not actually having any leads or policy sales at the end of it. So that's the main reason, one of the main reasons. The second reason is they hire an agency that doesn't understand the core fundamentals of advertising, which they struggle to hook and pull in your ideal customer because they don't understand actually anything about the insurance industry. You know, they try or they try other ideas from other industries that just don't work for insurance. The issue is a lot of these agencies come across because they think the insurance industry is a very sort of profitable industry, which it is. Obviously it's a multi-billion-pound-dollar industry, but they come across from other industries like e-commerce, product shops, info product, and they try and use a lot of the same strategies which just don't work for insurance. A lot of people don't actually understand anything about insurance. They obviously think that most insurance companies probably profit 100% out of the premium. They don't realise that brokers are actually only on sort of commission and administration deals, and a lot of the GWP actually goes obviously direct to the insurer. A lot of agencies and other people think that insurance is 100% profit other than the cost of their teams. They also don't really understand how brokers and insurers are already generating a lot of their traffic and policy sales. They don't understand that there's very large lead providers out there, and also aggregators that provide a lot of business through brands that have the connections for that. So a lot of the time is you bring in an agency that just doesn't have any real fundamental knowledge of insurance, so they just try and run your ads as they were running it for another company. So the issue isn't that a multi-billion-dollar company that relies on advertisers to generate its revenue doesn't work for insurance ads. So it's not a fact that Facebook doesn't work for insurance ads. The issue is that your ads that you ran, your ideal customer just didn't care about, basically. You know, that is the core fundamental of it. Now, how am I qualified to actually sort of mention this, and how am I actually qualified to go through and give you the 3-step process and blueprint to making them work? Well, I run a digital marketing agency where we help insurance companies generate more traffic, leads and policy sales directly through paid media. That's the likes of Google PPC, Facebook and Instagram. And we're currently helping our insurance clients generate 20 to 50% higher volume in profitable policy sales with the strategies that we're applying. And I'm going to dive into exactly right now that strategy and blueprint, how we do that. So how do we make your ideal customer actually see your ads in the first place, as well as getting in front of them just as they're in that buyer's decision? And furthermore, how do we get people to actually take action to your ads in the first place? Well, for Facebook, the 3 driving factors to generating a high volume of traffic and getting people to actually convert into leads and policy sales is creative, copy, and targeting. I'm going to go through that exactly. So the way to get great results, that should be from this platform, isn't a key. So there is no single key to success. It's more of a combination lock that you need to get each part of the combination correct before obviously unlocking the success. And the 3 combinations that are found is copy, creative, and targeting. So I'm going to dive into the 3-step blueprint that I use personally for my clients to generate hundreds of thousands of leads a year through Facebook and hundreds of thousands of policy sales through this method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into the 3 steps, but then I'm also going to, at the end of giving you the 3 steps, give you an example of how all of these are combined. So step number 1 is you need to understand the pain points which your ideal customer may face when looking for your product, and what are the main reasons for actually wanting / buying this product. So a lot of the time, potentially for insurance, definitely in the UK, you may need to buy insurance. So for car insurance, you will need that to use on the road. But other products that you may be selling, it will be a want instead of a need. Or sometimes it's a little bit of a blend. People want it, but they also feel that they need it as well. So this is a great thing to be able to offer. So you need to understand, what are the pain points for the person who's buying your product, and what is it that they face? Why would they go after your product instead of somebody else's? And why should they be looking for that product in the first place? So you need to be able to understand that fundamentally for the product that you've been able to sell. The second thing is to create ads and copy around these pain points to spark interest and action towards your brand. Let me just sip on some tea quickly. So to create ads, copy around these pain points to spark interest and action towards your brand. So a lot of the time, people are actually showing their ads to potentially people who are interested, but the ads and the copy just do not resonate with that person's pain point to actually spark any interest. So the person who you show your ads to actually may be interested, but it's just the way that you positioned your ad, it's the way that you worded your ad, it's the way that you presented your ad. There's just no burning desire in that customer or potential customer to actually make any action. Your ad, the problem is the ads just didn't resonate enough to actually click onto it and then create the action that you desire. And the third step is to understand where your ideal customer is going to be spending a lot of their time and what may be the early stages of buying your product. And what this is more on the target and how to actually show your ads to the right people in the right place. You need to understand maybe what are their habits, what are their interests, where are they going to be, and what are their mind, what state of mind are they going to be in at the time of potentially looking or needing your product. So once you've got all those 3 products, this is how it actually goes in. So I'll give you an example. So let's just use life insurance, for example. So here in the UK, if you buy a mortgage for a house or you're buying a mortgage for a house, 9 times out of 10, you're going to need some sort of life insurance to cover that mortgage in the event of a payout, obviously for sort of death, something like that. So a life insurance product for potentially people looking for mortgages. So that is a niche and an angle that you can go after. So obviously now you know that people need life insurance for a mortgage. You can create an ad around that potentially strikes that pain point. So the pain point being that you've got the struggle of looking for a mortgage, finding the right house, your dream house, but you're also going to need a lot of administration and policies behind that to be able to protect that mortgage. So you can show ads to people, speak to that pain point and create an ad around that. And then also on the targeting side, you can target people on these platforms, for instance on Facebook, who are new home buyers or looking to buy a home, interested in buying a home, interested in buying mortgages. You can actually target people who are in the market for mortgages, and you can actually go and show that ad to those people. So what you're able to do then is you're able to show the right ad to the right person in the right place, and it speaks directly to the pain point that they're facing. And that's a simple blueprint, the 3-step blueprint that I use for my clients when generating Facebook ads and generating them a whole load of new policy sales through that 3-step process. So yeah, if you want this document, obviously let me know. I can ping it over to you. I'm on LinkedIn, quite active, so drop me a LinkedIn connection there and we can have a discussion further. If you're interested in me coming on board and running your ads, see, I own a digital marketing agency where we help generate more traffic, leads and policy sales directly through paid media on Google PPC, Facebook and Instagram for my insurance clients. And we're generating them 20 to 50% higher volume in profitable policy sales by doing that. So if you're interested in me coming on board and helping you out, or you want to know a bit more information on that, drop me a message. I've also left a link in this description of this video, a link just below which will take you to a discovery call page, and you can just basically click onto that link. You can scroll down. I've got a calendar on my website, and then you can just pick a time, a date suitable for yourself for after the chat. We can go over everything, and I'll give you information, find out a bit more information about your company to see if what it is I do is a good fit for you this time, and we can help take you to the next step in your business. Appreciate you watching this video. Hope you found some value from it, and consider subscribing, and stay in the loop for some more tips and tricks. Cheers.